Okay, we're gonna attempt to walk down Rua de Alfândega, and this street is kind of known as like a Filipino street because there's a lot of Filipino restaurants. There's one right here, Pinoy Street Barbecue. So there's all kinds of cool stuff. It's really busy, there's lots of cars, and we'll try to explain why in a moment. And we're kind of in this Rua do Gamboa that goes down to Sun Park. That goes up to there's some cathedrals up there. Sorry. And we're gonna walk down the street, so let's do it. Hey, checking out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Okay, so we're gonna walk down this one, and here's Pinoy Street Barbecue. I think that's new. I don't remember seeing that one. And usually I get bread over here when we walk into the shade, into this place called Anak. So we'll try to get into this. But yeah, usually I come over that way. And this street is kind of going to be a busy street today because it's Chinese New Year, so the city's kind of transforming. There's also a pedestrian street that we're going to come out to at the end of this. So you got that to look forward to. And we'll just kind of see how the city is transforming. Here's another Filipino supermarket. It's Market 17, Tindahing Filipino. Let me just kind of take a peek in there. So they got some Filipino products. And then you got more restaurants down here as well. So there's Yo-Yo Mart. And you got Philippines Pearl of the Orient. So it's and then down here, this is where it's gonna start getting interesting. This is Rua de Felicidade. It's kind of a famous street. I'll explain it in a minute, but it's like super crowded all the way down there as well. And that's the name of it right there, Rua de Felicidade. And then we're going to continue down our street, but we basically have like a ton of tourists everywhere because it's Chinese New Year. Then also because it's they created this one street into pedestrian street, so this is like transforming with tons of tourists everywhere, and tons coming up here too. Actually, this street would be great for a pedestrian street as well, because like it's so crowded with people everywhere. It could really change the city quite a bit. Here's another Filipino cuisine place, and they actually have live music in there, and it's kind of a bar slash restaurant. You can sit outside too. And there's a temple in here down that way. Yeah, and actually the cars are really struggling to get down this road because there's so many tourists today. We had 3 years of COVID, so suddenly it's all over. So the policies has changed. We had zero COVID policy where for 3 years you'd be quarantined and just by having a contact with somebody who had COVID, and now it's all of that is like over. And they just open up the doors. Most of the city got COVID in December, about a month ago. Yeah, and actually if we go down that way, it goes right into this pedestrian street as well. But we're gonna keep on walking down this one. Actually, this street changes to Rua dos Cules. So if we kept walking, we'd go right into Sao Paulo ruins. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna navigate this street right here. Is called Rua dos Cules. So this street actually changes into another street. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to highlight that. So that's the street that we're just on, and then we're gonna go down a little bit into this, and we're gonna go into the pedestrian area street. It's kind of cool. This is Casa de Pinheiros. Let me just kind of highlight this real quick. So check out all these balconies as well. We got like a balcony way at the top, so. And actually got them, so actually kind of like if you were up there, it'd be pretty amazing. So we're gonna keep on going all the way down. And we're gonna funnel into this temporarily pedestrian street that might become permanent. And if it does become permanent, then this is a pedestrian street here too. This street will transform. If that Rua de Felicidade also turned into a pedestrian street, that would be pretty amazing. This is called Rua dos Mercadores, so we're basically kind of going through a few streets in here. But yeah, you come out to this black and white tiled street, and in the past, this is this, you know, cars are coming through here, and I think this one might be blocked. It is blocked. So this one, cars can't come through because the street behind us that we're going to highlight in a minute is there's somebody waving, but it's not for me for sure. So okay, so that goes to Rua de Felicidade. So that was the one that went downhill a little bit, but you can basically see there's no cars that can come through here either. So if that one becomes a pedestrian street, this one right up here, that's going to be our focus. Then this whole city could change. So you got black and white tiles, that should be cleaner. So crunchy right now. But if they turn this into like black and white tiles too, and then they change this pedestrian street up here that we're going to walk to, the whole city could really change quite a bit. Have a really different feel to it. Maybe cars can come down to this spot, but I don't know how they would get through there though. But yeah, anyways, they're transforming this street. This is called Rua dos Mercadores, and then this one is a pedestrian street now. And we're just going to highlight it a little bit. It's actually quite incredible. People are all standing in line. Yeah, this is the pedestrian street, and in the past all these people would be on the sidewalks. So it's like so weird. There's like a currency exchange place that probably has never seen this much money in quite a while. Wow, it's just kind of crazy here. There's like so many people. I think tonight it's going to be like really crazy crowded. So anyways, that's we are going to walk down to wow, it's like there's this, like it's just changing everything. Like there's people going down these streets now because like, oh man, I really hope that this becomes permanent, that they permanently move that into a pedestrian street. Like look how cool that looks. Okay, let's navigate this. I think over here, a lot of people are standing in line to get pictures with near the rabbit. Huh. So we're going to try to get up to our target street. This is really mind-blowing, to be honest. Because actually in the past, the Guimarães is a different street, but the Sao Paulo ruins was so crowded with tourists. It was like this, just walking up to these ruins, right? And it's a beautiful street, really cool to walk down it. But if this street became a pedestrian street too, then that brings some of the crowds out away from there, because that's always so insanely crowded you don't even want to walk down it. So yeah, this could really transform the city. Yeah, I wonder, okay, so we're gonna come out to where we were at before just so we can give a little bit of a conclusion to everything. But this is San MALO, Senado Square, Chinese New Year. We got tons and tons of people everywhere, as you can see. It's kind of cool. That's the post office right there. That goes all the way to Sao Paulo Ruins, which is a pretty cool little space. And then we're just going to put a little bit of context. So that goes almost halfway down to casinos down there. And then what we're gonna do is go around like this. And then we started at this thing called like Filipino Street. And I want to give a little bit of context closure to it, right? And that street went to Rua dos Cules, right? So we were at that Rua dos Cules area. So we're gonna walk back towards Rua dos Cules and try to give some context to it. Yeah, I think the people that watch the channel are gonna be pretty surprised at how different it looks right now. So this is actually Rua dos Cules. So that's Cules right there. And we started on this street, so that's kind of why I want to go down it again, just to give a little context to it. Actually, Macau is such a walkable city that it's actually like makes sense that if they had more pedestrian streets. Just because it's such a cool city. So we're gonna come back down, and it's kind of cool. Hello. I like that. Is a cool little uniform there for the kid. Okay. So this is kind of our target street right there. So this was our target street, this one right here. And we basically went down this one right here. So we went down that street, that's Rua dos Cules. So that's the one that we just came from. And we're just kind of watching this whole city kind of transform itself a little bit. I think what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go up the street a little bit because I want to focus this street as our target street. And I want people to get the full context of the street. And we're not too far from going up it a little bit further, just so we can fully walk down it and give you the full context of the street as well. Okay. Yeah, this street is always really hard to walk on. Okay, so our goal right now is just to get by here. There's an I'm Filipino. What I'm gonna do is just walk up our street a little bit further. So there's our street name right there, Rua de Alfândega. And we're just gonna walk up it just a little bit more, just so we can put it in full context for you. So we'll label it accordingly. Get out of the sun. There we go. So Rua de Alfândega. I was here recently and I was filming this building right here. And somebody came and was talking to us for a while, and that's all on film. It was kind of interesting and cool. So we're still on our target street. Rua de Alfândega, right there. And you hear Filipino language everywhere on this street. There's a game, it's like a game place. So we'll just walk to, maybe to the corner, and I might end it. Little side streets everywhere. Okay, let me just see what the street is called. So this one is still called our target street. And then this one is called Seminary Street, Seminario. So there's a seminary, so it's called Seminary Street. The seminary is right there. And that was our target street right there. But when I get here, it's actually really cool because I love this building right here. It's just like so cool and narrow. And then right over here comes out to this park. The problem with Macau is there's so much cool stuff to film. So we're just gonna come out to this park real quick. And then you also have, let me get out of the sun. Also kind of has some cool stuff like that. It's called Largo do Aquino. I'm just gonna come around real quick. I just want to go through this park real quick, and then we're gonna end this video in a moment. So I'm gonna swing through here. Awesome chef. They got like tacos and got a picture of a taco and a hamburger. So now we're gonna come out into this park, and we're gonna walk through the park in a moment. I just want to show this off real quick. Man, Macau has like all this really cool stuff everywhere. Yeah, I should be filming these streets too. Francisco Antonio. But we have our focus today, so I'm just gonna go back to our focus street again. And we're gonna end it when we get back. So right here it says Rua do Seminario. So Seminario Street is here, and it's also up that way. And then this is Largo do Aquino. So that's Aquino. Definitely want to check that calçada sometime, but not today. Here's this Rua do Seminario. Then here's our target street. So this is the beginning of our target street right here. And it has that really cool building. Let me go across real quick. And I just want to highlight a couple other things. So this crosses with Seminario. So Seminario goes down this way. Our target street is this one. So that's Seminario. And that's Seminario because that's the seminary, Catholic seminary. Oh, Philippine Tribune, Pinoy Tribal Grill. So yeah, there's Filipino stuff everywhere in here. And so now I think I give a better context to the street. So now you can have a better feel for it. Oops. Just gonna go across like this. Actually, I think it's better on this side. Macau is looking really, really cool right now, to be honest. Like that transformative street like that. If they do that permanently, and there's tourists all up and down that street, it'll like make it the burden of all the tourism in other places a little bit less. And we'll be able to accommodate more tourism, and it'll completely change these other neighborhoods, bring in tons of money. Whole city will feel different. So anyways, this is our target street, and since I got the camera going, we'll just continue. So there's a Salon de Manila. I think that's also Filipino owned. I think I've seen that before. Anak Philippine bread. Sausages, Portuguese sausages, it looks like. And up here real quick, I'll just highlight this real quick since there's also La Mesa, so that's a Pinoy cuisine right there too. Police station is up there. And there's also a Filipino barbershop right up there a little bit too. Raymond is in that one, called Mark Jacob. He's a good barber. So we're gonna come down this way. We're gonna come down this way. Okay. It's my favorite place to get pan de sol bread. It's my favorite Filipino place on the street that I like the most. Then this is Rua de Felicidade, which is the street that's kind of well known for, it's translated the street of happiness. Let's try to get through here a little bit. So this street right here, let me highlight that. Rua de Felicidade. So this one is where all the suits on girls and kind of similar prostitution bars. And the sailors would come in off of that street up there. Pot 16, there's a giant hotel right there. So they would come in, all the ports would come in here and they'd walk up here historically. So that street has a lot of history to it. And then at the top of the hill would be this street here, which we're on now. And it's kind of a, like a Filipino street. And what we're gonna do is end this shortly back at Rua dos Cules. Cules is a street of the Cules, which is like slaves. I think they're predominantly Chinese slaves, I think, being sent to the New World. So anyways, now we're kind of back into it all again. And we're gonna end it right there. Hey, checking out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets.